Elohenu, we Elohe Abotenu, Elohe Abraham, Elohe Yitzchak, we Elohe Yisrael. Toda Rabbah Lako Debarim Hatobim, Asha Atana Tatalanu, Toda Rabbah Lamakom Haze, Toda Rabbah Lakita Hazot, Bebakwashaya, Tina Hill na et Makshabotenu, Lila made Etzifatenu, Tak Shabenu Bebakwashaya, Lihiyot Abadeka, Le Olam Waed, Nitzak Nitzakim Atat Timlok, Al Ta'azob Otanu, Ki Billy Otka, Eneno Yekolim La Asot Shum Dabar, Bebakwasha. Tebarek, Terakets, Tinahel, Wagam King Tikwanim, Et Bene Israel, Babakwashaya, Tirpa, Et Kol Kali Amka Ba Amka Israel, Wagam King Na Yehoah Zebaot, Ta'ane Et Na Et Taka Nunenu, Wagam King Ko Tefilo Tenu, Weko Debarim, Hatobim, Asha Anatnu, Natata. Lanu, Za'akwa, La Azneka, Tishma, Bebakwashaya. Tishkak na etko avonotenu. Wegam king tis lakna etko katotenu. Ki ata el salkan bakayenu. Te lamed kulanu ki ata hamore hagadol. Bebakwashaya Elohe Yisrael. Tishma et bebakwasha etko debarim. Hatobim, Wegam King Shub Lanu, Kasha Anatnu Hit Palalnu Lifaneka Beterem, Etzifatenu, Lishonenu, Diburanu, Weko Debarim Ashel Anaknu, the Esbanu Mimka. Hallelujah. Amen. All right, so first off, we're going to start by getting into the aspect as we did from last week and what I would like to call emergency grammar. Not to beat a quote unquote dead horse. But the reason why I'm going over this aspect in regards to the thing about emergency grammar is because people kept saying Shana Tov, which in Hebrew, no offense intended, is grammatically incorrect. All right, so we went over the aspect of the feminine aspect, singular, and so forth last week. This week, we're going to go over the similar aspect, but in the plural aspect. All right. So how's everyone doing? Okay, so can I be heard? All right, so this is lesson 38. All right, and we're going to start off in this particular regard. If we remember, right, Ha'ish, Hazeh means what? This man. All right? Ish meaning man. If you were to say this is a man, you would say Zeh Ish. When you start to say Ha'ish Hazeh, you would then be saying this man. All right? So we went over that particular aspect in the past. Now, another word used for male or man, in certain cases human, is the word enosh. All right? And enosh is where you get the commonly used terminology of anashim and nashim. All right? So here we have ha, ha anashim. All right? Ha nashim. Anashim, as stated, means men, M-E-N. All right? Hanashim, hazeh is incorrect grammar because that will be saying literally this men. All right? So grammatically in Hebrew, we would say ha'anashim, ha'ele. All right? Sorry about that. Ha'anashim ha'ele, which means these men. All right? So if you were to say these are men, you would say ele anashim. If you were to say these are the men, you would say ele ha'anashim. All right? So I just wanted to point that out. Then we have what we went over last week in review, ha isha, all right? hazot. Ha isha hazot, which means what? This woman, as we went over last time. So grammatically, we want to say that ze means this or this is masculine, and zot means this or this is feminine. All right? Now, if you were to say these women, it would be this. Hanashim ha'ele. All right? Now, I just want to put the translation. These men. Then you have these women. All right, are there any questions? Okay, so now if you notice, ele, meaning the word for these, is masculine or feminine. That's how that aspect works. All right, now nashim means women, and it's one of what you consider one of those irregular nouns because it normally would have ended with an ot sound for the pluralization because it's feminine, but in this case it is with im. All right, ha nashim ha ele, these women. Ha anashim ha ele, these men. All right, so I just wanted to point that out in that particular regard. Now, last time we went over this. Hayamim literally means the days, sometimes translated as the years. All right? Hayamim ha'ele. All right, hayamim ha'ele. Can I still be heard good? Okay. Means these days. Now you can say what? Ha'anashim ha'ele, hanashim ha'ele, hayamim ha'ele. Or either one of those same aspects, ha'anashim, hanashim, or hayamim ha'elu. All right, so I want to just make this point. Whether you say ha ele or ha elu, they both mean the same thing, these such and such. All right, so I just wanted to point that out for edification purposes in reading. Now, as we went over last time in Hebrew grammar, the adjective follows the noun. Ish tob, okay, means what? Good man. All right, ha-ish tob means the man is good. All right, ha-ish hazeh tob means this man is good. And then if you were to say ha-ish ha-tob hazeh means this good man. So we went over that particular aspect last week. So I just want to give like maybe a couple of minute review in the grammatical aspect because this is needed for sentence structure. All right, so that way we can gain an understanding of what we're talking about. Now, in biblical Hebrew, you will see something of this nature right here. And I want to explain this. All right, now, meaning what? Literally in English, in David sent. So what are we dealing with? All right. Wayishlach Dawid. All right. The word shalak means to send. This is a lamechet verb because it ends with the letter ket. All right. In other words, when you do the formation, it shows itself in the present tense. So the present tense of shalak will be sholeak, sholakat, sholakim, sholakot. All right, you can look that up in your 201 verbs. Anyway, we're getting back into this aspect right here. Why yishlak? Yishlak literally means he will send. Okay, but now when you're dealing with biblical Hebrew, as we went over in the past, this is all this right here, as it's called emergency grammar. And it's not to say, not to beat a dead horse, because people kept saying Shana Tov. There's no such thing as that in Hebrew. It's Shana Tova or Shana Toba. All right, because the noun agrees with the adjective agrees with the noun in Hebrew, and in number, and in gender. Okay, so you have Yishlach Dawid. Dawid, you know, transliterated means David. All right, so you have Shalach, he sent. Yishlach, he will send. Biblical Hebrew has what they refer to as the while consecutive. So it turns the future tense to a past tense, and the past tense into a future tense. All right? So I just want to go into that aspect. Point is this. In biblical Hebrew, all right, the verb precedes the object. All right? Whereas in quote unquote modern Hebrew, you can say Dawid Shalak, you can say Shalak Dawid, either or. All right? Yishlak Dawid, Dawid Yishlak. You can interchange the order of it. Whereas in both times in biblical Hebrew, you usually see the verb before the actual subject of what's being spoken of. All right. So I just wanted to point that out for edification purposes. All right. Give an example. Have this word right here. Right? Shaul, generally transliterated as Saul. Right? Shaul Amar. Anybody remembers what Amar means? It means to say. Okay? So you said Shaul Amar means Saul said, if you want to put it in terms of that sort. All right? So I just wanted to point that out for edification purposes. Are there any questions online? All right, so we're going to move on. I'm going to erase this and then get into what the actual core of the lesson is about with the time remaining. All right, as the lesson spoke of, we're going to keep on moving along. We're going to be dealing with two aspects of the Hebrew verb system. All right, one being called the Pual, sometimes referred to as the Poal, and the other one referred to as the Hof'Al, sometimes referred to as the Hof'Al or the Hof'Al stem. So it's two different stems, one generally being the fourth, the other one generally being the sixth. Now, as we went over before in Hebrew verbs, there's a thing called the active and the passive and the reflexive. All right? So you have 3 active, 3 passive, 1 reflexive. The 2 we're going to be talking about, all right, in part, is dealing with the aspect of 2 of the passive. All right? Give an example. The book is passive. My hand is active. Yadi nogea et hasefer. My hand is holding or touching the book, actually touching the book. All right? Hasefer nega miyadi, which means what? The book is being touched by my hand. One is the active, the other is the passive. All right? So I just wanted to point that out in that particular regard. So one of the things I think what happens with trips some people up, and in the camp here earlier on Shabbat, I guess the young man must have been about 3. He was walking and fell and got up as if nothing happened. Point is, children, such as babies, would fall and get up and keep on walking. I find in teaching Hebrew, not to be haughty, since 1998, that a lot of older people or elders or adults fray away from trying to get into Hebrew because they fear to be 100 about it. Well, what if I'm wrong? Or what if this? Or what if that? If babies don't mind tripping and getting up, then why do adults seem to sometimes be like, oh, well, that's not for me, or so forth? Just a question posing out there. All right. So in this particular regard, All right, I want to state this here. Pual, all right, is the passive of the PL. Now we remember from like lesson 16, 17, what have you, that the PL is the intensification of the qual. All right, give an example. In the qual stem, you got the word shabar, meaning what? If you remember, the word shabar means to break. Shabarti means I broke. The PL is the intensification of the qual. Therefore, shibir from shabar means to shatter. One means to break, the other means to shatter. Now, when you're dealing, Koto, now when you're dealing with the aspect of the passive of the PL, it would become shubar, which means to be shattered. All right? So I just wanted to point that out in that particular aspect. Habakbu shubar, the bottle was shattered. You understand? It's something that's being done to an object. That's why it's called passive. All right. So I just want to emphasize in that particular thing. So we have this one right here, commonly used one. All right. Daber in the PL. Anyone remembers? Means what? Right. To speak. All right. Now, in the aspect of the pu'al, it's this. Do, this is when you begin to see this vowel a lot, referred to as the U sound. Dubar, right? Pu'al stem means to be spoken. All right? Ha mila dubara, the word was spoken. Hadabar dubar, the thing was spoken. So I just wanted to point that out for edification purposes. All right? So are there any questions? All right, so we're going to continue on in this particular regard. Now, I want to state that you don't see this particular stem a lot, but it does exist. And I'm going to write it in this regard. We have the PL, once again, right? Shiber. This is used in Exodus 33. All right? Then you have Shubar in the Pual stem. Now, here's the point to be significant. PL, Shiber, means as stated to shatter. Shubar under the Pual, all right, the passive of the PL, means to be shattered. All right. So I just want to emphasize in that particular regard. All right. So continuing on, let me know if there's any questions. Continuing on and what we were talking about. All right. Now I want to emphasize this. When you're dealing in the aspect of this pu'al stem, all right, there is no infinitive. You remember what the infinitive is? Infinitive is the aspect of commanding. We say it here on Shabbat. We use that word or that aspect often. Shabu means what? Sit. Kumu, or rise, okay? Shiktu. Yeah, my daughter would know that quickly. That means be silent. You understand? But, just using that as far as it goes in that particular regard. Getting back to the point. So we have Shibel, Shubal, Daber, all right? And Dubar. Now, one of the things I want to state is there's no command in Pual. It does exist inside of the PL, but not inside of the Pual stem aspect. So now, questions? How many people? The reason why I keep asking all their questions, we never went over this. So either they're just there like, or whatever. Anybody question? No? Question? Comment? Too fast, too slow, Kane? Okay, Toda. So Now, in the command form in the PL stem, right? It would say as in this word daber, I'm telling you to speak. Daber. Daber el bnei Yisrael. Speak to the children of Israel. All right? There is no command form in the Pual. All right, so let's understand that. Let's move on. Now, we're going to go on, as the lesson spoke of. It's going to be more about this Pual stem, but just, I'm sorry? In the command, right, correct, brother. And there is no command form in the Pual stem. All right, so if I were to say in the PL stem, which is the third of the 7 stems, all right, I would say something to the effect as daber, I'm telling you to speak. There is no way to tell somebody be spoken. So there's no command form inside of the Pual aspect. Real quick, for those who are just joining us or new, we're going over, as I stated earlier when the Shabbat ended, in this lesson, unlike with the Yeladim or the children, into verb stems. So here we got the Qual, which is active, Nif'al, which is passive, PL, which is the intensification of the active Qual. Then you got the Pual, which is the passive of the intensification of the PL. All right. Then you have the aspect of Hof'Al, which is the causative of the Qual. Then you have the Hof'Al, which we get into in a second, which is the aspect of the passive of the causative of the Qual, which is the Hof'Al. Then you have the Pual. That's how they go over Hebrew verbs aspect in rejection with colleges. It's easy. You understand? It's not difficult. It's just different. Yes, brother.
In other stems, are there other command forms in those stems?
There's command forms in all 5 of the 7 stems. That is, the Pual has no command form, and we'll move on to the next one. Okay, so we have from the Hof'Al to the Hof'Al, and I want to explain this particular aspect. Now, anybody remembers or knows what the word shakak means? Shakak means to forget. All right? Shin, kaf, ket. All right? Which means to forget. Now, that, my friend, is in the Qual, simple stem. Now, when you put it, if we remember, okay, into the aspect of the Hof'Al, remember we stated the Hof'Al is what? The causative generally of the Qual. So you have hish, ki'ak. And I want to explain this right here. Hish, ki'ak. Now, if you remember from about 5 or so lessons ago, right? You got the Hof'Al in the past tense, or this root is always prefixed by the letter hey. This is what I was talking about before with hey being a feminine letter. Thus, Hebrew is not misogynistic because you need the aspect of the feminine entity in Hebraic language in order for the cause things to happen. The cause things to happen is the feminine aspect in Hebrew, not a masculine. All right. So now, getting into this particular here, shakak, ki'ak. All right. To forget, Hof'Al here, meaning to cause to forget. So now, I would say something like this. Hu hishkiak oti al hadabar. He caused me to forget about the thing. All right? So I just wanted to point that out for edification purposes. Okay, to cause to forget. Then we have hushkak, meaning what? To be made to forget. Ani hushkakti. I was made to forget. Ata hushkakta. You was made to forget. Anaknu, hushkaknu. We were made to forget. All right. So I want to emphasize that. Now, if you remember the PL, all right, if we remember, I'm also state this with the Pual, the Hof'Al, and the Hof'Al, and the Hof'Al. In its present tense is always preceded with the prefix of a mem. Now, if this seems to be advanced or going over one's head, it's because this is the lesson where we at now, called number 38. All right. So I just want to emphasize in that particular aspect right there. So then we have its Hof'Al aspect to be made correct, to forget. You will see as Hof'Al, and Hof'Al. Same thing. All right. You have Hof'Al to cause, please close the door. Thank you. To forget. Then we have here to forget. All right, any questions? Somebody can close the door? Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. Go ahead, brother. Right. Right. The qual shakak. Then you have its Hof'Al causative, to cause to forget. Hishkiak. Then you have the Hof'Al, all right, which is hushkak, to be made to forget. No, these are root forms inside the aspects. All right. The Hof'Al doesn't have a command form. The Pual and the Hof'Al doesn't have a command form. Those are the two of the 7 stems that you will not see a command form aspect. All right. So I just wanted to point that out for edification purposes. All right. Now, the name of the camp here, right, is called Cain. Shema, meaning what? Anyone? No, what does Shema mean? To listen or hear, Cain. Now, that's in the qual stem, right? Then we have Hishmiah. Hishmiah is in the Hof'Al aspect, which means what? To cause to hear or to announce. Bless you. Then we have what? Hushma. No, Hushma. Correct. Which means what? As the brother stated, to cause to hear or to be announced. All right. Hadabar Hushma, which means the word or the thing was announced. All right. So I just wanted to point that out. Now, I'm not going to write all of that in English. I'm going to point to it and describe what I'm speaking on. Shakak qual, shama qual, stem. Hiak, Hof'Al stem. Hishmiah, Hof'Al stem. Hushkak, Hof'Al stem. Hushma, the Hof'Al or the Hof'Al stem, meaning to forget, to cause to forget, to be made to forget, to hear, to announce, and to be announced. So that's the formation. Shalom. Okay, that's the formation and the aspect of that particular thing. Any questions? Qual, Hof'Al, Hof'Al. Qual, Hof'Al, Hof'Al. Here's the point. Once you know, brother, and anyone else who may be listening, the qual stem and its root, you can put it in all 7 stems and go straight down. I tell people who do construction, electrical work, if you know what wire goes where, if you know this precedes this and this comes after that, then you already know the formation of Hebrew verbs. It's not difficult. Proverbs says, I, wisdom, dwell with prudence and find out knowledge of devices. You understand? So once you apply yourself, when you get the time to it, it'll become as easy. If you look at something like, man, that's hard, it ain't gonna come to you. You already defeated your own purpose. But if you look and say, I'm gonna get that, you're gonna get that. The Most High will give you what you want. You just got to make sure that it's a good thing, because it says the Most High rewards the wicked evil for its wickedness. So if you want to be a wicked person, the Most High will bless you in that. But the result is not always what is desired. All right? So I just want to emphasize in that particular thing. Are there any questions before we can continue and close out? I'm sorry? All righty. So let's move on.
He felt going for Shema would be to announce.
Correct. Because when you announce something, you're causing it to be heard. All right, shalom. Let us continue on. Let's continue on where we were at. All right. I want to emphasize on this thing again for edification purposes. From the Pual to the Hof'Al to the Hof'Al. Then we're going to close out, give a little bit of homework for those. Hopefully, brothers and sisters, you already have. We discussed in like lesson 1 and 2. This book right here already. You can look this up in your own particular time to see how these things go with the past, the present, and the future. All right, Kotob? Okay. Let's continue as we were. We have the word here, mashak. All right? Now, that means in the qual stem, to pull. All right? Then we have him sheik. Okay? Now, him sheik is the Hof'Al of the quals mashak. Now, this right here, brothers and sisters, ends with as shown. I want to make it a little better. It's shown with the kaf Sophie. All right? For edification purposes. Then we have it inside of the Hof'Al stem, which is hum shak. And I'll explain all of this again in a second. All right, so what are we dealing with? Mashak means to pull in root. And himshik means to continue. And then we have humshak, which means what? To be continued. All right, to pull, to continue, to be continued. All right, so we can gain an understanding of what we're talking about. Mashakti, I pulled. Him Shakti, I continued. Hum Shakti, I was continued. All right, so we can gain an understanding of what we're talking about, how this works. If you notice, there's prefixes with the hey, nehe, mem, shin, kaf doesn't drop. There's actually an insertion of the yo there, mem, shin, kaf doesn't drop, and this is the root of that aspect. All right, so we can gain an understanding of what we are speaking of. All right. This is not future tense. This is the root of when I'm dealing with, brother, when I'm dealing with the aspect of putting verbs, I'm always putting the root of the verb. So once you understand the root of it, then you'll be able to sit there and expound from the past, the present, and its future. All right. Him sheik in the future would be am sheik. All right. If you remember, Ak, we went over, I think, in lesson 30 or 31, about the word shalom. All right. And its he feel is what? Shalom. Hishlim, which means to cause peace. All right. So I just wanted to point that out. We went over it in verbatim. That's why I'm not going over in the I need the da 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 because it shows the same pattern from before. All right. So continuing on and going to close out. Want to sit there and show this in your 201 verb book. All right. Must be purchased. Look at page 165 and page 325. And that's the homework assignment. Shalom. I can be reached at my cell 908 587 4841. All right. Also, hello? What happened? Oh, also, I have my books available online, Egypt Talk and Writing, as well as Deuteronomy 28, 15 to 68, for those who are interested in this particular thing. All right, so we're going to close out. And hopefully, if there's any questions or comments, feel free to ask on the comment board or text me at, as stated, 908-587-4841. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Bor Enu. Yotzir Lukulanu. Toda Rabah. Lasof Hakita Hazot. Toda Rabah. Lako Debarim. Hatobim Asher Atahir Ata Otanu. Toda Rabah. Ya Elohenu. Lako Hadabar Hatob Asher Ata Natata Bakayenu. Tam Sheik. Bebakusha Lebarik Kolanu. Tam Sheik Lihiyot Kolanu. Tam Sheik La Azor Kolanu Bama Asenu. Bebakushaya Tat Liak et Hamachane Hazot Lihiyot Machane Gedola Watoba Beeneka. Wasalak Lanu et Ko Pishaenu. Wagam Kainaya El Gibor. Tienaim Ahi. Nasi Yasuvil. Watinahil Otobis Shalwa. Kaashel Huno Sea Barik Borharsha Ota Ele. Wako Ha Nisi Impo. Wako Ha Nisi Kopo. Wako Bene Israel. Hayod Im Oka. Wagam came Bene Israel. I show him. But Burut Aladot Mizvoteka. Na Yahovah Zabaot. Till I made. Wagam came Tekazek Bebakwasha. Et ko hayadayim asher ya'asu me uma la asot hapesak bazikaron be eneka lihiyot lahatzlaka. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Amen.